Hey, it's Sarah, and first I would like to apologize for disappearing again. My grandfather, whom I told you had cancer, uh, fell extremely sick, and um, he passed away last month. So I've been busy first helping taking care of him, and then uh, spending time with family, and everything's about back to normal, whatever normal is really. We're still trying to figure out what that is because he was such a big part of our lives and loved him so much. But I'm gonna try to come back. School starts in about a week, so hopefully I'm a little bit better at managing my time. But I'm gonna continue to try, just like Martha is. But Martha, she did a video about learning foreign languages, and she's learned several different ones more on the traditional route. She's quite a bit braver than I am, because I've never really tried. But I told you a few videos ago that I am learning Rosetta Stone with Italiano with Rosetta Stone, and I'm going to talk about what my experience with it so far. Um, I'm not as far along as I had hoped I would be by now, but I am now on Unit 4, and it's towards the beginning of Level 1 still, but unlike Martha, which is understandable because they're giving me the pictures of the words along with audio of the word and the words spelled out. I'm able to recognize the words when they're spelled someplace else. So I can read a little bit of Italian, and I can actually spell a little tiny bit. It's nowhere near what a normal person or a non-dyslexic, whatever you want to call it, would be able to do with the program, but I'm I feel like I'm doing a little bit better than I would be if I was going the traditional route. So, uh, that's kind of working out. I've tried they have a thing where you can get on and talk to a native speaker uh, in your language to try to build confidence. And I've done two of those, both for Unit 1 of Level 1, and each time I leave feeling more stupid than I did when I started. So I've kind of been putting it off for all of the other units, and I really need to buck up and do it. But they also have the games, which I absolutely love. Um, they also have a audio CD that they give you, but I recently finally got those working because they send it to you in two discs for all 5 levels, and they are MP3 player files, and I don't have an MP3 player. So I had no idea how to get these things to start playing. And somebody finally told me from Rosetta Stone on Facebook uh, to how to go onto my computer and transfer it over to more of CD files, so I can put it in my old-fashioned new CD player, portable CD player. If any of you know what those are, still, I feel so old. I went into Walmart to try to get one, and the lady who I asked kind of stared at me for a minute because apparently they're so obsolete, but they still were selling them, which was awesome anyway. But uh, I finally got them working. I could only fit like one unit on each CD, so I need a lot more blank CDs. But the idea is to take them everywhere I go and be listening to them every time I'm sitting idle. Uh, I am also going to be trying to fall asleep with listening to it, uh, to try to get used to hearing Italian, which is much different than English. The the strange thing that I'm discovering is that Italian, uh, at the end of each word is a vowel, which is strange sounding. And that's why you hear like in Italian they always put like an ah at the end of it, like this is a mia hausa, because they're so used to the ending being a vowel sound. Another weird thing that I'm really liking about the spelling portion is that once you kind of get an idea of what their alphabet sounds like, it is a tad bit different. Everything is actually spelled exactly the way it sounds, which is strange coming from English because you're so used to nothing making sense. And that's why I think I'm having a little bit easier time learning how to spell words. Um, but Martha also talked about listening to music and watching movies. Now, in Italian, I haven't found any music yet, but I'm definitely trying to find some. But I found a few, or like a movie that I really liked, and it's called uh, shoot, Life is Beautiful, and I actually watched the English dub version, and they mixed in enough Italian for me to be feel like I was actually learning uh, or learning something in my course because I could understand a little bit of Italian that they were using. And it's a beautiful movie about a Jewish man who was living in Italy, and he swept this girl off her feet, and they got married and had a little boy. But being Jewish, they were taken by the Nazis and taken to a concentration camp. And the father, he's alone with this little boy, and the boy is like 7, maybe younger, and he convinces his little boy that it's all just a game and he's planned it all. And the little boy the whole time thinks that everything's just pretend and never becomes upset about what's going on. And at the end, he thinks he's won a tank when really his father has passed away. He has been killed, but he is reunited with his mother, and it's a very uplifting movie, even though it's very sad. You'll laugh and cry at the same time. But I'm kind of hoping that once I get done with my Italian or a little bit further, I'll watch it in the full Italian, which I'm really looking forward to being able to do. My family's really into Everybody Loves Raymond, as stupid as that is, but sometimes they have a little bit of Italian once in a while. Um, Looking for other movies to watch. No one dubs in Italian. It's always Spanish or French, so that's out. But if you're learning Spanish or French, that's probably something you want to look into. Pull out your own DVDs and put it into the dub for Spanish or French, because that's a good way to practice. But that's going to be all for me now. I'm going to try to come back, and I'm trying to work on the lighting. I'm using my Rosetta Stone microphone, so the audio should be way better. But anyway, I'll see you later. Ciao.